Morning, ladies and gents. Not only is it a great day today because it's day 2 of the NAWCQ and we get to see who is crowned the North American champion, we also got new Mermail Atlantean support. So I'm going to go through that with you guys here today, and we are going to read them together because I have not gone through all these cards yet, but I'm excited. I have all the water cards. I have my Alti Abyss. I've been, gathering up these water cards to play them without even the new support, so I'm super stoked to see what these cards do. So let's go through them. I think there's like 5 cards or so. Here's the first one, level 3 water. But anyway, we have Mermail Shadow Bodyguards. Okay, so we have Mermail in the name. Water Sea Serpent, so good. Searchable by Dragoons. Effect monster, 0 attack, 1900 defense. This card is always treated as an Atlantean card. That's huge because they finally accepted that the two archetypes are combined together, even though they obviously revolve around each other. But now we have Atlantean and Mermail in the card name, all in one card. So this card is searchable by Atlantean Dragoon, searchable by Mermail Abyss, I believe, by Mermail Abyss Pike, I think. No, Tejas only searches a fish. So this is searchable by Pike and by Atlantean Dragoons. Alright, let's go ahead and read. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. Number 1, you could discard 1 card to the graveyard. The levels of all water monsters you currently control become 7 until the end of the turn. Okay, it's not great at the moment because I think there's just Mermail Abyss Gaios. And otherwise you just make a generic 7. You can just make Dracosack easier, so maybe that has some kind of application. I don't know. Let's read on. Number 2, if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect, special summon 1 level 4 or lower Atlantean or Mermail monster from your deck, except Mermail Shadow Bodyguards. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck the rest of the turn except water. Wow, okay. This is incredible. Like summoning out Dragoon, summoning out a Neptibus, summoning out Abyss Pike, because Abyss Pike is kind of essentially outdated. You can't ever normal summon Abyss Pike. You have to summon Deep Sea Diva or Neptibus. But now you can still play Abyss Pike and summon it from the deck and actually resolve that effect. This is awesome. This card is incredible. I'm so stoked to play this. It does water lock you in the extra deck, but a lot of cards have been doing that now, so I don't know. And I think there's actually decent water support in the extra deck lately because we have Chen-Ying, we have the new Ice Barrier level 10, the Lancia, whatever that one is, and let's see, we have Ice Jade, Gamir, Agrin. We definitely have end board pieces that are water. We just don't have any Nibiru counters that are water except for Bahamut Toad. But this card can help you make Bahamut, right? Because we can summon out a level 4 from the deck. Okay, I'm loving this so far. This is a great piece. Let's move on. Abyss Shrine, the Atlantean Spirit. This card is always treated as a Mermail card. Okay, we have another one. This is a Aqua, level 3, 16/16. So Aquas are not really searchable, I don't think. This level 3 is searchable by Mermail Abyss Pike, so that's something. Alright, you can only use first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Number 1, you contribute this card from your hand and 1 Atlantean or Mermail monster from your hand or field. Take 1 level 7 fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except water. Okay, tributing from hand, that will not trigger your Atlanteans, I believe. Will it? Atlanteans have to be sent from hand, not tributed from hand. I don't think it will resolve the Atlanteans, but then why would they make this? They must trigger, right? They must trigger. I guess if you tribute it, it's not sent to grave, it's tributed. I don't know. I'd like to hear a ruling or something on that because I'm not sure. The quality of this card depends on if it triggers Atlantean effects. Anyway, Okay, the effect itself, let's move on from the cost. The effect is take one level 7 fish, sea serpent, or aqua and add it or special it. And so that you can special Abyss Teus. And will Abyss Teus get its effect? Does Teus get its effect on summon? Or is it all part of the... No, it gets it on summon, right? No, when summoned this way, so you have to summon Teus by its own effect to get the this search. So summoning out Teus with this guy will not trigger Teus. What other level 7 do we want to do? Like, yeah, Megalo is going to be the same. Abyss Lead is going to be the same. I'm not really sure where this comes in. Anyway, number 2. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard and discard 1 card to the graveyard, draw 1. Alright, I like that because if you can get this to the grave and you can set up like heavy infantry or marksman in your hand, then this just gives you a way to trigger Atlanteans on your opponent's turn. So that's kind of neat. I could see that. It's not like great. It's not nearly as good as the first one, but it's something. Okay, moving on to the next card, we have a rank 7. Poseidra Abyss, the Atlantean Dragon Deity. Rank 7, 3,000 and 1,800. 3 level 7 monsters. Okay, once per turn, you can also exceed summon Poseidra Abyss, the Atlantean Deity, using 1 Atlantean or Mermail Exceeds monster you control. What other Atlantean or Mermail Exceeds monsters are there? There's just Mermail, what's it called? Abyss Gyos, right? Oh no, there's Mermail like rank 3. You're never summoning that. Are there even Atlantean Exceeds monsters besides this guy? I don't know. Okay, anyway, level or effects. Once per turn, you can detach 2 materials from this card and send 1 water monster from your hand or deck to the grave. Return up to 3 cards your opponent controls to the hand. Okay, that's alright. If this exceeds summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can discard 1 card to the graveyard. Special 3 level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, or aqua monsters from your hand or grave. Well, that's pretty good. Obviously, you're going to send it to the grave on your own turn, like you're going to link this off. And you can summon it decently easy using this guy. Discard 1 card and change all monsters to level 7. So you have to have 3 monsters on board, discard a card, make them all 7. Summon this guy, and then link it off and you get 3 cards back. I don't know. This is interesting. Like, it's the first effect is a going second toolbox effect. A very good one. Bouncing 3 and sending a water. But there's no way that's ever going to resolve, right? You're never going to get to this card and actually have that effect not get negated. So that's kind of sus. But the second effect, like, it all comes down to how easy this is. Like, what other Xyz cards are we overlaying on top of Abyss Gyos? That means you only need 2 level 7s. Or Abyss Trite, I think is like 3 level 3s. Or Bahamut Shark into Abyss Trite. Overlay this on top. That's much better. Bahamut Shark into Abyss Trite. Overlay this on top. Okay, and then, but then, like, you're not even gonna have all of this material in the grave, though. Probably not, right? So I don't know. I don't see it. And like, if you go Bahamut, Abyss Trite, overlay this, then you're not gonna have 2 materials to detach. So I don't know. Okay, let's move on. I don't think this card is gonna be that good. Like, the effects are really strong, but they're never gonna be applicable. Move on to the next one. We have a Link. Neptubis, the Royal Mermail. That's really cool. Water Sea Serpent Link 3, 2400. And then it's the 3 bottom arrows pointing down. 2+ monsters, including a fish, sea serpent, or aqua. Okay, you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name once per turn. Number 1, if your opponent Number 1, your opponent cannot target water monsters this card points to with card effects. That's pretty nice. Okay. If a water monster is sent to the grave to activate a card effect, you can take 1 Abyss equip spell from your deck or graveyard, either add it to your hand or equip it to this card. Okay, so the Abyss equip cards, all like, there's 1 each for negating monster, spell, and trap effects on resolution. So those are pretty strong, except you would have to play them as bricks in your deck. So, and then you'd have to have this Link 3 and then discard on top of that. So yeah, that's okay. Number 3, if this card is destroyed by your opponent, you can add 1 Atlantean or Mermail monster from your deck to your hand. Unlikely that comes up either, but it's niche, right? Okay, so I don't think this card is that good, but it is a new Link 3. Water Link 3s are very hard to come by. There's like Marincess Marbled Rock, and like that's it. So like generic ones. So this is something. But I don't think you're gonna be playing these Abyss equip cards generally in your deck. Maybe you're gonna play 1 for 1 negate, and then yeah, I don't know if we're summoning this too much. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, it looks like the last card here, Abyss Sting of Triana. Okay, this is an equip spell. All right. Oh, maybe I'll eat my words here with this equip spell. You can only activate 1 card with this name per turn. You can only use the 3rd effect once per turn. Number 1, special summon 1 Atlantean or Mermail monster from your hand or graveyard, and if you do, equip it with this card. Okay, that's pretty good. It's just Monster Reborn, searchable. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send this card to the graveyard instead. Okay, it'll protect you from Ogre, I guess, basically. Number 3, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target up to 3 fish, sea serpent, or aqua monsters in your grave, or banishment, shuffle them into the deck. That is really good. That is really good because you just, Mermail Atlantean runs out of grind games so fast. Like, you burn through all 3 of your Dragoons turn 1, you have like no follow-up turn 2. So this will put your Dragoons back. Okay, this card is much better than like the other equip cards. It also makes Megalo searching something actually good, because Abyss Megalo can search this. And then also, like, it won't work with this card, because if you just straight up, oh, you can add it to your hand. You can add it to your hand. Okay, good. Yeah, if you directly equip, it doesn't do anything. You have to like have it in your hand and then activate it from your hand to Monster Reborn, essentially. So, okay, this card is good. The equip card is good. The top card is good, for sure. All the other ones are kind of sus. But I'll take anything from Mermail Atlantean right now. Like, these cards are nice. I'm so excited to play the water decks, especially with all the new like Ice Barrier support cards that have just come out. All the like Ice Jade cards. Like, Ice Jade cards just got reprinted, the Ran Agrin. So make sure you pick up all the smaller Ice Jade cards, because those are very good with Mermail Atlantean. What else? Like, obviously pick up your Atlantean cards, because I can't imagine how much Ultimate Rare Dragoon is right now. I cannot imagine. Atlantean Dragoons, ulti. What are we sitting at? $200. Well, there's 165 here, but that's kind of gross. But yeah, make sure you scoop up your support if you're hyped for this, because a lot of the player base loves the Mermail Atlantean stuff, and they're going to be picking that up. So if you want to play this deck, get your cards ASAP. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these cards in the comments below. Leave a like, sub to the channel if you're enjoying the news breaks. Go check out the NAWCQ. It's happening today. And then check out my reviews of the NAWCQ if you want the shorter versions of the matches. I'll put them all out there eventually. So yeah, with that, we'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you soon.